to where I am now, it's been quite transformative from myself. But it's always been in small steps. Mm-hmm. I think that's a big thing. And, you know, I'm still on that journey on small steps as well, you know, intaking more water per day, trying to get a bit more gym hours in, around that. But reflecting on where I was last, so I'll say January, February time, and we'll just focus on that Great North Run again. You know, it wasn't the case of, right, I'm here, day zero, not being able to run a mile without being out of breath. Right, I'm going to run 13 mile. That was the challenge. The challenge that I set myself at that point at the time was, okay, no, I really want to try and do 1 mile, and then let's try and do 5k. Then by June, 6 months, let's try and do 10k and see where we are then. And it was them small goals which I set myself for certain weeks or certain months, which were achievable, but still, you know, a challenge. Was how I progress myself there now into how I was today, and that's what I would recommend anybody was, you know, it's small steps, and any small step you make in the right place, you know, praise yourself for it because you weren't there yesterday.
I'll just slip you that tenner after this to thank you for that. I really didn't give him a script to say all of that, but that's what I love, because even though we're together, you have evolved in this journey yourself. You know, I can't force him to do things. I know, I mean, there's maybe some things I'm trying to push his way, but...
You wouldn't say that about the broccoli, but yeah. Talk about that. Yeah.
But, you know, everyone is an individual, and the only way habits stick is when you want to become that person who does that habit. So, you know, if you want to be somebody who is fit, that's what develops that habit of working out, moving your body, whatever you do to bring fitness to you. Whereas if I just said to you, you have to go to the gym, and you weren't connected with it and you weren't bothered about being fit, then that's not going to happen. So I could push and push, and that isn't going to give any results or lasting change. Whereas you've took this on board yourself and found your own road there, haven't you? You've took those steps, as you say, and that's what I love and why I wanted to share your story, because, you know, as I said right at the beginning, you are not perfect with your health. You know, you're not someone who had, you know, a great big plan. You've just gradually evolved with the things that you've realised make you feel better, and the better you've felt, the more you've wanted to, and that's the ripple effect, isn't it? That's that upward spiral where the better you feel about yourself, the more your mindset becomes positive and optimistic and wants to give more of that into your world. So therefore you want to eat a bit more broccoli, or you want to learn to cook, or you want to do an extra run because he's got us both signed up for the Great North 10k, not the North Run because that's too far for me. I have no ambition to run 13 miles. 10k is going to be challenging enough, but it's, you know, it's that you've wanted to keep going, like you say, with small steps, but it's, you know, that the compound effect of doing these little things is growing all of the time, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. And that to me is the big thing of every day. It's a new challenge, but it's a new day to improve.
Yeah, very good. So just to wrap up, I'm going to share a favourite